Hi, everybody, and welcome to Front Row. Joining me today are Warren Haynes and Matt Apps, otherwise known as Government Mule. Guys, thanks so much for joining me. And we can see behind us here, we've got the CD cover of the latest CD that we're going to talk about. It's the Deep End Volume 1 and 2. This is the CD cover for number 2. See here our mule friend with his snorkeling gear on. I guess, Matt, tell us about these albums, because it's really a tribute album for those people out there that may not know.
After Alan Woody died in August 2000, we were left, what are we going to do now? We lost our best friend and our bass player. And we started picking up the pieces again, and we invited some bass players, at first casually, just to see if they were interested in doing anything with us. But we ended up making a huge list of bass players that were influenced, who were Alan Woody's influences and our influences. And we kept compiling this list, and a lot of them said yes, and that's how the whole thing started. And the whole thing was just extraordinary, very special.
And Alan, as we're talking about that band member that passed away a couple of years ago, Warren, were you surprised by, I guess, the outpouring of support that you got from these bass guitarists that you invited? Because we have Volume 1 and we have Volume 2 because we had so much material, right?
Yeah, originally it was just going to be one CD. We made this long list thinking that most people would say no, and when everybody said yes, we couldn't back out. So it turned into about 160 minutes worth of music, which in the old days is like 4 albums. And originally we were going to put it together as one package, but we thought it's too much. Let's separate them, make it Volume 1 and Volume 2. But it was overwhelming, the response that we got.
And guys, this is new stuff. This is not stuff that Alan had performed before,
right?
But, you know, that these bass guitarists would be stepping into his role. I mean, this is all new material.
Yeah, new material. A few that we had been performing live, but for the most part, brand new stuff. All stuff that we had never recorded before.
Hey, also this documentary. I've got the cover in my hand, Rising Low. What do you guys think about being a part of a film documentary that was, you know, made during, you know, the making of this CD?
I wasn't paying him that much attention to it at the time. You know, we were in, it was kind of a stressful situation. We'd meet the bass players and we'd be playing. Last thing we had to think about was a camera on you the whole time while you were doing it. So we didn't know how it was going to turn out until the very end when we saw it.
And you like it now, yes or no?
I think it turned out great.
Yeah, it turned out great.
The fact that Mike Gordon did it, Mike's a fellow bass player, he's a bass player for Fish, and he made everybody relax because all the bass players either knew him or knew of him, so it wasn't like some unknown filmmaker in your face, it was Mike, you know.
Well, it sounds like a very, you know, important documentary, one everybody can check out. Also, you can hear Government Mule playing for us here in a moment, Beautifully Broken, one of their newest singles coming up in the front row. Stay with us.